Hi everybody, I'm John Kirk,
I'm Trish Miller.
and we are happy to be playing for the Old Songs Festival. We're going to start off with a little tune we wrote. It's called Shippy's Ledge, tune for fiddle and banjo. Yep, that's Shippy's Ledge, beautiful place to walk to near where we live in Saratoga Springs, New York.
We're so happy to be part of festivities for the Old Songs Festival whenever we can be. I was lucky enough to start by coming in about 1984 when the Greengrass Cloggers from Asheville, North Carolina came up, and I loved a folk festival. It had music from many different cultures and so many crafts and friendly people and shade by the main stage. I had a great time. John's been coming from even longer. What about you?
I can't remember the first year, it must be 81 or 82 or 83. I went to Fox Hollow in 79 and 80, and I went with Walt Michael and Company to Old Songs Festival, and shortly after, I was at Andy's front hall with Andy and Bill and Hannah, young Hannah, and we were making an album called The Good Old Way for Walt Michael and Company. So it was the beginning for me of a long association with Andy and Bill and the Old Songs Festival and organization. And it was especially nice when Old Songs started because it reunited me with Alan Block, who was a great mentor and inspiration to me to be playing the fiddle. And I spent many an hour at Fox Hollow in those 2 years that I went, and many an hour at all the Old Songs festivals that I've attended, visiting with Alan Block. May he rest in peace, and I'm going to do this piece kind of for him. It's called Pretty Cerro, and then Trish is going to do a little bit of a dance. But Alan was one of the first people I ever heard play the fiddle and sing at the same time. Down in some lone valley, in a far lonesome place where the wild birds do whistle and their notes still increase. Farewell, pretty cerro, I'll bid you adieu, and I'll dream of my darling wherever I go. I came to this country in 1809. I've seen many true loves, but I never saw mine. I looked all around me, found myself alone, me being a stranger and long way from home. Farewell to my mother and my old father too. I am going to ramble this country all through, and when I get tired, I'll sit down and weep, and I'll dream of my darling, pretty cerro, my sweet. Now I wish I were a swallow and had wings and could fly. Tonight to my true love I would draw nigh, and in her lily white arms all night I would lay and watch those little windows till the dawning of day. One of my favorite things to do ever is all these years that I've been going, was to take time on Sunday afternoon and make sure that I went to Lost and Found at 4:30 on the main stage. And one of my favorite moments ever of seeing the Lost and Found, watching Bill and Roger the Jester go at it and play off each other. Bill was a perfect straight man. This is Bill Spence I'm talking about. Great musician and funny person and great human. And Roger pulled a puppet of a rabbit, a little hand puppet of a little bunny rabbit, and he had his hand in it, and he was doing funny things, and with the little rabbit. And Bill Spence said, "What have you got there? Did somebody lose their puppet?" And then Roger pulled his hand out of the puppet, and he had a hat, and it was somebody's lost hat. And Bill Spence said, "Oh, I get it. You pulled a hat out of a rabbit." And whenever I think of it, it still makes me laugh. It was quite amazing. So we have lots and lots of stories, especially about Roger the Jester and seeing him perform at the kids' area there, and so playful. And over the years, so many wonderful fiddle workshops that I got to be a part of. Trish teaching clogging, both of us calling dances there. I called a dance. One of the last times I called a dance there, it was the last dance of the festival on a Sunday afternoon. And I knew quite a few people out on the dance floor who were from Vermont. So I just started calling the dance like Bernie Sanders. Face your corner, your neighbor can be a great help to you in a time of need. Turn to your corner and give a dos-ita. $27 is the average donation. And so I had a fun calling a dance as Bernie Sanders. So anyway.
I can understand that. Well, I also enjoyed the fact that when we got Sarah Milanovich, Cedar Stanistreet, and Ed Lauman to play with us as our band Quickstep, we got to debut a lot of music off of our fiddle tune album called Fiddle Tunes of the North Country at the Old Songs Festival. That was a blast.
Oh, so many things. You just made another memory pop into our brain, our collective brain. And that was working with the sound crew backstage was always a pleasure. Completely volunteer crew backstage.
So
I shouldn't say
together.
sound crew, I mean, although they were part of that as well. There's always great sound there with Ian Hamlin running sound and John Garrett's. So many great memories of seeing those guys over the years. That's our place that we reune and get to see each other. That and the Gotta Get Gone Festival in Ballston Spa and the Dance Flurry here in Saratoga Springs.
Really, Donald Person, though, was a terrific person helping out to run all that, and the stage managers backstage.
Rick Chesser and
Paula
Deborah,
Bradley.
Paula Rosenberg.
Paula Rosenberg, yes.
Paula Bradley, another
She
great
was there,
musician.
too.
But I had a great time seeing Utah Phillips, and two things happened seeing Utah. We were backstage, and he was in full regalia, tweed jacket, the vest, the railroad pocket watch with a fob that went from one vest pocket to the other. And I had a really nice visit with him and talking with him. And I said, he pulled his watch out to look at it. And I said, "That's a mighty fine looking watch you got there." And he goes, "Here, I'll show you." And he opened it up. And inside this beautiful round, pocket watch that flipped open was a little paste-on digital watch. One of the old-fashioned kind, the first digital watches that was about a half an inch by a quarter of an inch. And he showed it to me, and he said, "Don't tell anyone." Well, now I've just told everyone. And then his Sunday early evening set, the last set of the festival, whatever year that was, he sent in 4 pages of stage notes and sound specifications and scenery specifications. And that stage crew took it to heart, and they honored every one of those requests, even though Utah just sent it in as a joke. All he needs is 2 mics and a reason for living, and he could deliver a show to anybody. Well, he sent in the funniest things, and the stage crew delivered on every single one of them. It was quite amazing.
There are wonderful moments from every festival. I remember a parade, the Old Songs Parade, that was particularly triumphant one year. We're going to go for a little high technology coming up next with this next song. It's a recent composition by John in a country style. And you know that there's lots of country songs about the pickup truck and broken hearts and such. Well, this one is right in that theme, but with a little modern twist to it.
And it wouldn't be a live set without somebody tuning, so I'm going to tune here for a minute.
All right.
We were outside trying to do this, and we came inside, and everything has...
Shifted a bit.
Yeah, and this is a song about a good old country boy. He buys a pickup truck that is a newfangled pickup truck, not like all them other ones. This one can drive all by itself. Well, I'm just a good old country boy with my girl, my dog, and truck. Well, one day that pickup broke down on me, so I tried to change my luck. Well, I went down to the dealer, I saw it, and oh my Lord, well, I bought it right there and then, the world's first self-driving Ford. Well, it was a revelation to sit behind the wheel. I could take a nap, I could drink a beer, I could even have a meal. Well, I must have got so obnoxious, always being drunk, sometimes rude, that my girl left. She took the dog and my pickup left me too. Well, my pickup let me down, went it up and drove away. Could someone pick up my pickup truck if they see it along the way? That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck up and left me, and I still don't know why. Well, I guess that it got tired of hearing me sing my country songs. When I hear Wynette, Weber, Willie, I just have to sing along. Well, I guess the day finally came when I changed my choice to singing Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber songs at the top of my voice. Well, my pickup let me down, went it up and drove away. Could someone pick up my pickup truck when we see it along the way? That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck up and left me, and I still don't know why. Well, one day I woke up behind the wheel. The GPS said we'd arrive. So I got out and stretched my legs. It felt good after the long drive. But then the door slammed shut. It locked itself. The transmission kicked in gear. And as the truck drove off, it honked its horn. I swear it said,
Goodbye, dear.
well, my pickup let me down, went it up and drove away. Can someone pick up my pickup truck when they see it along the way? That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck up and left me, and I still don't know why. Well, if I hadn't had my flip phone, I'd still be standing there today. So I called the police and told my tale. They had this to say: a truck by that description had been seen by a couple of hicks, headed west down the road with a woman and a dog down Route 66. Well, my pickup let me down, went it up and drove away. Could someone pick up my pickup truck when they see it along the way? That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck up and left me, and I still don't know why. Well, my truck came home for Christmas. It makes me want to cry. It's sitting out in the garage now, planning its next drive. Well, my girl's still gone, but I got a new dog. He's out howling at the moon. Yeah, my truck came home for Christmas, and I'm no longer blue. Well, that pickup let me down, went it up and drove away. Could someone pick up my pickup truck if they see it along the way? That anomaly with autonomy has left me high and dry. Yeah, my truck came home for Christmas, and I no longer cry. You know, that truck steered me wrong. That truck left me flat. That truck gave me the drive shaft. Nothing but taillights. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your Old Songs Festival listening to all these amazing performers. We're so honored to be listed among them.
We're looking forward to 2021 when we'll be back at the Altamont Fairgrounds and holding forth with lots of humor, lots of fun, and we hope to see you sometime even before then.
I'm John Kirk.
I'm Trish Miller. You can find us on the World Wide Web at johnandtrish.com.